Hi, welcome to the Filmoviz Anima channel. This channel covers Hollywood movie and celebrity news, special for you movie lovers.
Margot Robbie eyes Monopoly. After the success of Barbie, Margot Robbie began to look at adaptations of toys or games that are familiar to the public, such as Monopoly. The Barbie movie that was released in 2023 turned out to be a big hit, grossing a total of $1.4 billion worldwide. Of course, Robbie is getting greedy. The Monopoly project is the biggest target for this supporter of gender equality and LGBT supporters. Monopoly is the perfect board game for Lizzie Magie's The Landlord's Game, which was published by Parker Brothers in 1935 until it was merged into the famous toy manufacturer Hasbro. Some of Hasbro's games or toys have been made into movies, such as My Little Pony, Ouija, Power Rangers, and the more famous ones, such as G.I. Joe and Transformers. Especially for the live-action version of Transformers, it has even reached the 7th volume, considering that the average box office results are at least above $400 million. The highest grosser was Transformers Dark of the Moon with $1.1 billion. Taking into account Transformers' billion-dollar haul and Barbie's surprising results, Hasbro gave Robbie the green light. Together with her husband, Tom Ackerley, under the Lucky Chap Entertainment banner, who was equally lucky to sell Barbie, Monopoly became Robbie's next ambitious project. Long before this, big names like Ridley Scott, Andrew Niccol, Tim Story, and Kevin Hart had their eyes on Monopoly. However, it was Margot Barbie and Margot Robbie who won the bid. Will Smith should continue Men in Black. Mentioning Will Smith's name now will not be separated from the incident of the actor slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars the other day. Will Smith's frustration that his wife, Jada Pinkett, had been insulted by the cranky comedian in front of the Oscar stage filled with Hollywood celebrities became a disgrace that led to the resignation of Will Smith's name in the Academy ranks. After winning an Oscar in King Richard, Will Smith tried to exist in the world of movies in addition to restoring public trust in him. His slavery film Emancipation with filmmaker Antoine Fuqua failed miserably because it was not released in theaters, and the results were less sweet when it was streamed by Apple. Finally, Smith, together with Martin Lawrence, will come again as the 4th installment of Bad Boys with the full title Ride or Die. This movie is a sequel to Bad Boys for Life, released in 2020, which was also worked on by the duo brothers Adil and Bill Alden. Apart from Vanessa Hudgens and Alexander Ludwig, there are still DJ Khaled and Joe Pantoliano as the supporting line of Jerry Bruckheimer's mainstay Bad Boys. Apparently, Bad Boys is a movie that Will Smith can rely on to make money. Even so, there are actually also other franchises that can be used by the actor who just finished reading the Quran yesterday in Hollywood. No, not Independence Day, I Am Legend, or Aladdin. Men in Black is a franchise that Will Smith actually still deserves to rely on. Finally, Smith and Tommy Lee Jones played in Volume 3 in 2012. The results were quite good and sold quite well with a capital of $225 million and made a profit of $654 million. Even so, Men in Black was even made a spin-off by installing Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson as the main actors. No Will Smith. The movie was categorized as a flop, including clashes between director F. Gary Gray and producer Walker F. Parks throughout production. So Men in Black 4 will. Pierce Brosnan becomes Naseem Haynes' manager. After more than 20 years as James Bond, Pierce Brosnan seems to be having a hard time finding good, quality roles anymore. But that's certainly not what the legendary actor is aiming for in life. Rumor has it that Brosnan will be playing the boxing coach and manager of Naseem Haynes, the Yemeni-born pro featherweight boxer who was known for his stylish and slang style in the UK from 1992 to 2002. Naseem, also known as Prince Naseem or Naz, is the second richest boxer from England after Lennox Lewis. To play the figure of Naseem, actor Amir El Masri will take on the task. Amir was previously known for his role as young Mohammed Al Fayed, aka Princess Diana's lover in the Crown series. Furthermore, this Egyptian-blooded British actor has also played in the series The Night Manager, Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Brosnan himself in the movie titled Giant will be the figure of Brendan Ingle, an Irish-born former professional boxer who became the coach and manager of boxers, including Prince Naseem. The movie, which is a biography of the Muslim boxer, will be directed by Rowan Athale, who previously worked on The Rise, Gang of London, and Strange But True. Filming will begin in late April in Leeds, England, and then Malta, and Sylvester Stallone's Balboa Productions will be among the executive producers. Hopefully, this Brosnan film will be able to boost his name again, especially after his last two films fared tragically in the market. Fast Charlie was only in select theaters and video on demand, while The Last Rifleman was only on Sky Cinema Pay TV. For England, Piers. Sherlock Holmes depends on Benedict Martin. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's fictional detective Sherlock Holmes has often been made into movies. The most familiar in memory, apart from Robert Downey Jr. in Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes trilogy, is of course the Sherlock series that catapulted Benedict Cumberbatch's name. At the 2024 Oliver Awards yesterday at London's Royal Albert Hall, Sherlock series creator Mark Gatiss made a statement when interviewed by Deadline Media. According to him, he, Stephen Moffat, and the production team are still interested in adapting the Sherlock Holmes series to the big screen. We'd love to make a movie, but trying to get everyone together is very difficult. Gatiss told Deadline, adding that if you want a concrete answer on a movie, you'll have to ask Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. The problem does depend on Benedict and Martin's busy schedules. Both of them are busy and have not opened their voices, even though it was said that they are still interested in continuing the roles of Sherlock Holmes and his assistant, Dr. John Watson. In addition, is it possible that Robert Downey Jr., Jude Law, and Guy Ritchie also secretly want to continue their Sherlock Holmes franchise? After all, their films have proven to be profitable and more familiar to international moviegoers. Blair Witch cast and crew protest reboot project. As soon as Lionsgate and Blumhouse officially announced the reboot of the Blair Witch Project, almost all the cast and crew of the original film spoke out. The majority of them complained and protested because they were not invited to be involved in the supernatural horror film. The Blair Witch Project was a phenomenal and horrendous found footage film when it was released in early January 1999, when Artisan Entertainment bought the rights to the film and successfully screened it in the summer of the same year. With the frills, the actors and actresses who play the movie here are completely lost. The Blair Witch, which budgeted only $750,000, successfully made a profit of $250 million. However, the marketing gimmick was immediately wiped out and received backlash, including the sequel projects Book of Shadow and Blair Witch, even though it still made a profit. This April, the Blair Witch Project reboot will be made with Jason Blum's group from his Suspicious studio, Blumhouse, which is familiar with Paranormal Activity, Insidious, or horror films. One of those who protested strongly against Lionsgate, who acquired Artisan, and Blumhouse was the lead actor, Joshua Leonard. The actor who starred in Unsane and directed The Lie was the most vocal in criticizing the film that had contributed to his career in Hollywood. In essence, all those who protest must be because of money. I didn't get my allotment.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe.